Okay, so in the lab today, the identification of chemical reactions kit, lab aids. I've done the first one for you as the example. So right here on solution 1, you're going to place hydrochloric acid, colorless, a stinging odor may be detected. So when you go over there, look for that, see if you notice it. There are 7 solutions they want you to describe. So I've described the first one for you. You just describe the next one the same way. All right, part 2, it says mix every possible combination of solutions using 3 to 4 drops of each solution. Just going to put 3 to 4 drops, I'd say 3, in the cavities in the chem plate. So that's the well plate over there. Stir each mixture with a clean spatula. I'll give you that. We'll use a little pipette. The problem is anytime you stick it in the well plate, you have to throw it away. So we might just shake the well plate a little bit and see if that works. If it doesn't work, let me know. I'll get you a stirring stick. All right, so it says then describe the results that occur in the mixing solutions 1 and 2, and then 1 and 3, and so forth. Record the results of the mixing by comparing the mixtures and description of the solutions before they were mixed. So on the back side here, solution 1 and 2, right, we've got the equation. This is what's happening. Write it down. You need to balance this, though. I haven't balanced it for you. And you got solution 1 and 3. You should be able to predict the products on that. This one's a little bit more difficult because you have a change in oxidation. The CrO4 is going to a C2O7, right? So you've got a oxidation change happening here. That's why I went ahead and gave you this. This is a little bit more complicated. We'll talk about that later. Solution 1 and 6, I'm giving you this one as well. You should be able to determine the products here. Now the ones that are blank, guess what those represent? No reaction. Now you can look to see if you see a reaction. I'm telling you that so you know what to expect. Typically we do our research first. We go into the lab so we know what to expect. So you should expect no reaction here. And then you go forth and you see the next several reactions that I've given you here. And continuing to solution 6 and 7. The points here, you have to give me an unknown description of the solution, unknown solution. So these are worth 5 points each. And then if you can determine what the unknown solution is, you get 10 points. Smart thing to do is to probably do 1 all the way across. I mean, you need 1. You know, keep like you need 1 for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 cavities in 1. Yeah.
Sodium carbonate.
I had to go to that one that's next to the bank, sodium carbonate, for a while. My knee, it was extremely weak.
What would that do if it got on your hand?
You're gonna.
4 things of window cleaners that are
I have part one in the lab. You're going to identify the solution. So solution 1 is hydrochloric acid, HCl. You're going to say, okay, it's colorless. If you try to smell it, a stinging odor may be detected. So the bottles are labeled. They're labeled like number 1. You're going to write down the formula and the name. Sodium carbonate, sodium hydroxide, potassium chromate, calcium chloride, sodium sulfite, chromate, potassium chromate, and then the copper sulfate. So the point here with these solutions, you're going to test them at the end to determine the unknown. So right here you have number 1 that's going to react with your unknown. So you take solution number 1, which is hydrochloric acid, and you're going to react with the unknown. You get 10 points for identifying the unknown. The unknown is one of the 7. Everybody clear? You have a 1 in 7 chance of being correct. Does everybody understand? 1 in 7 of getting 10 points on the lab. 1 and 2. And 1 and 3. So here's your cavity. Oh, you'll need to find them. Here's some chemical here. Here is number 2. This one is number 1. So you have your 1 right here. You're going to do 3 drops of that, and then 3 drops of number 2. Yeah, there for number 1. See the bubbles there. Upside down. It's kind of nice shot. Number 3, it's out there. Marcus, get your goggles on. The primary reason you want to use a kit like this, it has the danger symbols on them. Right, it gives you the hazard statement. May cause an allergic skin reaction. May cause genetic defects. Very toxic to aquatic life. And they got the precautionary statements: wash skin thoroughly after handling, wear protective gloves. Obviously, this prevents it from getting on your hand because it's in a nice drop form. Also, compared to like just labeling your glassware with a sticker, that doesn't provide the teacher with a lot of safety, knowing, you know, I can look at this really quick and determine a general safety statement, but then I can reference my safety data sheets. When chemicals are just randomly prepared like this out of bottles like this, the teacher then has to print off safety data sheets like this. Now, not to have these on hand when the lab is actually going on is a safety violation. If an accident does occur, the teacher is in fault. Those are the important things to remember about liability. So these are on hand if anything happens. So we have 7 solutions. You have to label them, describe them. On the second part here, first part label and describe. Second part, you're going to mix them. So you're mixing HCl 1 and number 2 Na2CO3. Na2CO3. Then number 1 and 3, you're going to mix 1 HCl and number 3 NaOH. Then you have to figure out what the products are going to be here. I didn't tell you that one. I told you on the first one because it's kind of complicated there. I told you on the 1 and 4 as well. You've got a change in the actual polyatomic ion, so I went ahead and gave you that one. 1 and 5, there's no reaction. So wherever you see blanks, I'm helping you there. You can look to see if you see a reaction, but you shouldn't see a reaction.
So where's the solution number 1? We write hydraulic acid, right?
Right, HCl. Yeah, that's solution number 1. I did the first one for you.
So what about the bottom? Where do we write that first?
Right here where you flip it over.
On the back.
Yeah. Alright, so you're going to mix all the way to here where it says 6 with 7. So you'll take number 6, which is sodium sulfite. You're going to react it with copper sulfate. Now when you get to the unknowns, the unknown is a solution that you're going to mix with number 1. So you take the first one, HCl, and you mix it with the unknown, right? The unknown is one of the 7. So you have a 1 in 7 chance of being correct. It's one of these 7. It's not number 1, so you really have a 1 in 6 chance. If you put number 1, it's not HCl. 1 is HCl, right? Because you're mixing all of them with 1. Does everybody make sense? Hello, does everybody see that? Oh, correction, I take that back. You're mixing the unknown solution with all 7 of them. So it could be number 1. Just obviously see what I don't know what it is, right? If I knew what it is, then that would be kind of like giving you information that I shouldn't. So you get points, 10 points for the unknown solution, and you get 5 points for describing the unknown solution. So right here, you've got to describe them. You see no reaction, whether a precipitate forms. Reaction, no, because you won't know it because it's unknown. Now if you put it on the white, sometimes you can kind of see a difference there a little bit. They go back and forth.
I promise it won't be that bad. Alright.
Wow.
It's enough.
So I'll pretty much go like this, bubble, bubble,
Bubble bubble.
clear, yellow.
Mr. Steinecker, please stop.
Yours remind me of the gold medal winning
Kim Kardashian. So is this 2 and 4? In cavity 5? There's nothing on the paper.
She's working there. She's got
You see that?
the materials.
Don't let
This
nobody
looks a
copy
lot
my
better,
work,
I
though.
agree.
You see this? You see this?
Oh, you said
So do you see what you're doing? You're just going to put 3 drops of number 1 in
Okay.
the first well plate, and then 3 drops of number 2,
Okay.
and then you're looking for
Looks like lemonade. Alright. Go ahead and drink it and tell me if it's the other solutions. Is this what we put in there?
Yeah, you're going to put 3 drops of each. Now, if you flip over your page and put the well plate on top of it, sometimes you can see the reaction a little bit better. Like you can do that by mixing it too.
Do it.
3 drops, 3 drops. You see the reaction happening there? Write that down.
Ethan, write that down.
1 and 2. What's going on here? I like that.
1 and 3. That's my old time.
You gotta have goggles on when you touch chemicals. Okay. Looks good over here, making some good data. This on like a piece of paper like this. As you shake it, sometimes you can see a better result compared to 2. The white precipitate's going to show up better on this. The blue, probably better on that. It's good. Good over here writing this down for these boys, helping them out. Proud of you. After